This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why, like you, he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's KFI AM 640, and you're listening to The Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app.
And now here he is, strong enough to bend records with his bare hands, able to tell tall tales in a single breath. It's Super Dees. Yes, Super Dees. Strange visitor from another neighborhood with powers and abilities far below those of mortal male and female people, and who, disguised as Rick Dees, mild-mannered disc jockey, fights a never-ending battle for truth, justice, and the pursuit of loose women. Big news for you.
All right, there he is, ladies and gentlemen. It's Conway Show. Rick Dees is with us. Rick, how are you, bub?
Oh, wow. What a wonderful feeling this is.
Buddy, I really appreciate you calling in. We wanted to have you on Monday, and then those fires took off, and
they took off. I couldn't believe that. And it was an arsonist.
Yes, that's right.
What a jerk. I mean, it's hard to even process the human brain that would do that.
You know, there's no way in the world you would have given an arsonist like Tony Roma dinner for four. Is that correct?
And by the way, I want to be the first, the absolute first, Tim, to wish you a happy birthday. You'll be 39 on October 13th.
That's right.
And I wanted to wish you a happy birthday.
That's right. Rick, you know, I know you've been very successful on the radio, and I heard a story that when you started in Los Angeles, that I think it was Wally Clark. They wanted to charge double or triple for the advertising, and all the advertisers quit. And then 3 weeks later, you're number one, and they were all paying like $1,500 to $2,000 a minute, which was 10 times more than they were paying. Is that a true story?
Started out, it was so well said, because Wally Clark, God rest his soul, went out and said, "Look, KABC or whatever it was, or KFI, they're charging $1,000," and everybody said, "That's the limit." And Wally said, "No, for Rick Dees, it's going to be $5,000.
Wow.
And they said, "You got to be kidding me." And so then the ratings came out, and for some reason doing Candid Phone and having Tim Conway Jr. listen way down there in San Diego, they went to number one, and they all came back and said, "There must be something special. We'll pay $5,000. And from that moment on, nobody at the radio station even bent down to pick up a $100 bill.
You know, I was in my junior year in high school and then senior year in high school, and I used to listen every single day. I'd wake up at 6 o'clock to listen to that opening and listen to you come on the air. And then I went to college. I went to San Diego State, where, you know, back then there was no apps. You couldn't get it streaming or podcast or anything. So 2 days of the week, on Tuesday and Thursday, my classes started late at 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning. So I'd get up at 5 o'clock, go get a coffee and a Winchell's donut. I remember a Winchell's Long John, chocolate Long John. And I used to sit in Dana Point on the cliff there, on the bluff, and listen to you, because you could come into Dana Point, and I'd sit there for 3 or 4 hours listening to you in the morning. I think I was the only kid in college that drove for an hour and a half to listen to you in the morning.
Oh, that just feels so good. Because I was just thinking, I started when I was 17 years old, Tim, and all I wanted to do was have that kid in Dana Point listen. And your dad influenced me with comedy. Ernie Anderson influenced me. All the sitcoms, whether it's I Love Lucy or whatever it was. And so to hear that makes it all worth it. And by the way, speaking of apps, you'll be the first to know, I hope that your audience will do this, you know, iHeart has a wonderful app where you can stream.
Yes.
And we just cut a deal. I have to sign it tonight.
Wow.
If I don't sign it, forget it. But I sign it tonight. All of my shows, including the ones I do now, which if no one has had a chance to listen to, the Daily Dees and all that, will stream on the iHeart app.
Oh, that's great.
We're talking about something. This is the weekly Top 40 countdown, the Daily Dees, Candid Phone, all the things that we do that hopefully will make you feel. In fact, it's been proven if you listen, it makes you feel 37.3% better.
That's great.
By the way, a quick shout out, if you don't mind, to Robin Bertolucci. Okay.
All right, our boss here.
She is a genius in programming. I don't know if you knew this or not. It wasn't until she was 14 years old that she knew how to spell her own last name.
That's great. I know you're very successful. You have a huge place in Kentucky. Is that correct?
You know what? Years ago, I said, you know what? I get up at 3:55 every morning to entertain Southern California. Would it be okay if I found someplace that's the westernmost part of the Eastern time zone? So I looked around. I found a farm in Kentucky. And literally, I was able to do the show at 9 o'clock on the farm, which is 6 o'clock in L.A., live, of course, with all the people. And it turned into the best investment ever. We grow corn, wheat, and soybeans, Angus cattle, but the corn goes to make a bourbon. In fact, I'm the number one supplier for a bourbon. It's called Pappy Van Winkle. Have you ever heard of that?
No, I've not, but I'm gonna go today.
Look it up. Anybody listening now, look up Pappy Van Winkle bourbon. Per bottle of 23-year-old Pappy Van Winkle. You don't have to believe this.
Wait, Crozier knows it. Crozier, you know it, buddy?
Oh, yeah. Pappy Van's good stuff.
Oh, that's classic.
It is. Are you ready? It's $6,000 a bottle.
Wow. No wonder Crozier knows about it.
Best investment I ever made.
That's the high-end stuff.
Rick, I heard you have...
That's unbelievable. Can you believe it? $6,000 a bottle. They use our organically grown corn. But my first love, of course, is being an entertainer.
Sure. I also heard on your farm in Kentucky, you bought another piece. You have 4.5 acres now?
We have almost 5 acres.
Almost 5 acres. Wow, man, you're expanding. You're exploding.
It's great.
That's great.
But, and then, again, please tell everybody this app, iHeart app, you can stream Rick Dees for the first time.
Oh, that's great.
I've scratched and clawed my way to the middle.
But I know the city council and the supervisors, want to pick your brain because you've been so successful. And I heard that they want you to come down to City Hall to address them on some issues. Is that possible?
Yes. In fact, this is interesting. I wanted to, if it's okay with you, could I just tell you what they want?
Sure.
To go to City Council, paying me, it's not a lot, but they're paying me to do 3 things. So quickly, I'll just run these down. They want me to install automatic sprinklers in the underpasses because, we had a fire in an underpass back several months ago. So, and these automatic sprinklers with ice cold water come on every 2 hours. So anybody who's even thinking of camping under a freeway, of course, the sprinklers come on every 2 hours. Now, this isn't my idea.
Okay.
I'm not judging anybody, but that's number one. Number two, they want me, you've seen in all the pharmacies where you go in, everything is under a plastic display, and people are stealing a lot. So they want me to go in and propose that when you lift up that plastic display, before the alarm goes off, there's a little spray of red paint, which, by the way, comes off in 3 days, that sprays into your face.
Okay.
Okay, it's a red dye. It's not. It doesn't kill you, but your face is red for 3 days.
Sure.
And number 3, and this is something that I didn't come up with this. They're just hiring me as their spokesperson. And Tim, I want everyone listening now to KFI to know it would be HD, high definition cameras embedded into every stall and every urinal at LAX. So when you see that plastic eye that flushes for you automatically, also in there would be a camera. Now, in the stalls, it shoots up, and from the urinal, it shoots down. And that would eliminate, because we're having some criminal activity in the bathrooms, it would eliminate a lot of that.
Okay. Well, you're the man to do it.
And I'm the spokesperson for these. There are many things that I've wanted to do, but now I get a chance to talk to you and do them right here on your show.
Oh, that's great, buddy. I can't wait to listen to it on iHeartRadio. I'm glad you finally put the deal together where we can listen to old Dees shows.
And by the way, real quickly, somebody said this, and this is very important. You do not have to attend every argument you're invited to. And also remember, the wind may blow in many directions, but only God can make a tree.
That's right. All right. Rick, thanks for phoning up.
Thank Mike O'Brien and Angel for keeping me in the traffic for another 20 minutes.
Oh, you know it.
Yeah, you know it. All right, buddy.
Remember, I'm on the app, and I used to call in every day, but now it's just very, very seldom.
All right. Rick Dees, everybody. Thank you, sir. I really appreciate it, man.
Again, congratulations for being number one.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. All right. Rick Dees, everybody. Man, I love that guy. I used to listen every single day as a kid. When he came to town, there are three people that made me want to get into radio. One of them is Rick Dees. The other one was Bob Miller. And the other one was Vin Scully. Vin Scully, voice of the Dodgers. Bob Miller, the voice of the LA Kings, and Rick Dees. Those are the three guys I listened to growing up. Because quite often I was punished as a child.
I hear that.
Probably mostly for things I did, right? I wasn't like falsely punished. And I used to listen to those three guys. And man, they're the best. Rick Dees, now available on the iHeart app.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
You know, I just heard a commercial for the one-hit wonders. I heard it yesterday, too, and I went home and listened to it on the iHeart app. That's great. But I always wonder, you know, the one-hit wonders is, there's some really, really good songs, but I wonder how hard it is to tell a band that they're being added to the one-hit wonders list. That's got to be difficult to do, you know, where you're like, hey, I got great news for you. You top the charts. Oh, really? Oh, that's so great. What do we top the charts at? One-hit wonders. What? But no, we're a great band. We're terrific. We're sensational. We're selling out. Nah, you're a one-hit wonder. Oh no. Oh no. It's very difficult to tell a band that. I don't even think you do. I think they just sort of pick it up after they haven't been touring for a while. And the record labels aren't calling them, and then they figure out they're a one-hit wonder. But to listen to the music is great. I really enjoyed it. All right, at 5:30, right before we get a commercial break, I'm going to give you the phone number. And I had 2 appraisals on my car recently, and I'm going to tell you about the car so you can you have a shot at this. And whoever gets closest. And, you know, we're not going to do the closest without going over. I hate that crap. But whoever gets closest is going to get a piece of my car. I have about 9, 10, or 11 pieces of my car that have fallen off in the last 10 years or so. And I just keep them in back. There's a light. There's a kick guard, a kick plate. There's a seatbelt cover. There's the mirror, you know, the mirror that you look at, you know, you get your makeup and fix your hair. That's gone. That's fallen off. And so whoever gets closest to what I was offered for my car, I'm going to send you a piece of my car for free. But I'll tell you about it so you can get a pretty good estimate. My car is a 2007 Lincoln Navigator. Paid about $65,000 for it 18 years ago. Couldn't afford it. Made payments on it for a long time. And probably one of the dumbest things I purchased because I didn't have that kind of money. And I made a lot of payments on it. Cost me a lot of money. It's still my favorite car because we raised our daughter in that car. And every time I look in the back seat, even today, when I was backing up, doesn't have a backup camera. You can add that to your list. Every time I look and I look, over my shoulder when I'm backing up, I see my 2-year-old or 1-year-old daughter sitting in that car seat. Yeah. The car seat's not there anymore. She's not in it anymore, but I see it. I see it. But it's in pretty good shape. The air conditioning works about half the time. That's a downer, at least last week. It gets about a full 8.5 to 9 miles a gallon. You'll enjoy that. Other than that, there was a radiator leak. I fixed that by putting some glue in it.
Oh, nice.
Seems to have repaired that. there was an oil leak, and I put some oil leak be gone in that, and that seems to have gone away.
Nice.
But it has 125,000 miles on it. A couple of scratches, nothing major. One dent that I blame on my mother-in-law, but that's a long story.
Story should come with the car.
Yeah. I have duct tape on the back to keep the water out of it, because if the water gets in it,
Nice.
the taillights will short out.
Does that cover up the drill hole that you put into the driver's side door?
No, there's
'Cause it
two.
was holding water?
There's two. Last rainy season, I heard swooshing around. I thought it was the gas in the gas tank. And I'm like, I've never heard the gas in the gas tank before. And I discovered that the seal on the rear window was broken, on the rear passenger door was broken, and the entire door was filled with water. There's like 16 gallons of water in the door.
Opening it up was like a chore.
Yeah. And so I did drill 2 holes in the bottom and drained it. And it drained for like 10 minutes. And I have video of that, of me draining my car door.
It's still like one of my favorite videos ever. From him.
It's unbelievable. And then a buddy of mine, my wife's cousin up in Oregon, said, there's a plug in case that happens on the base of that door. You could have just pulled the plug. So I didn't know that. I was unaware of that. But anyway, so I got 2 estimates, and I averaged out the estimates. And so whoever gets closest to how much I was offered for my car, 2007 Lincoln Navigator, 125,000 miles on the car, in pretty good shape. Air conditioning works half the time. Everything else is in pretty good shape. How much was I offered? And whoever gets closest, I'm going to send you a piece of my car, a piece that has fallen off in the last 10 years. Here's the phone number, 1-800-520-1534. 1-800-520-1534. We'll take 10 callers, 10 guesses, and whoever gets closest, I will send you a piece of my car, and you can have that forever. 1-800-520-1534, and you will be getting a free piece of my car. I'll autograph it. You can frame it. You can throw it away. You can put it on your desk. It's yours. It's yours. And then we'll come back. I will tell you what I was offered for that car. 2007 Lincoln Navigator, 125,000 miles on the car. We come back. I will tell you what I was offered. I had 2 offers, and I combined them both to give you the average.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
If any updates come on those fires, we'll have those for you immediately. But right now, I am probably going to sell the car that I've had for 18 years. It's going to be very tough to do. Raised my daughter in that car. It's a 2007 Lincoln Navigator. It's been very good to me. Driven it back and forth to Oregon many times. Has 125,000 miles on it. It is falling apart. I'll tell you that. And there's some wear and tear on it. And the air conditioning works about 50% of the time, which is not good in Southern California. You want that to be closer to 150% of the time, not 50. So Jim, Robert, Dan, Dave, Steve, Carla, Gabriel, Philippe, Brian, and Louis, you have a shot of getting an autographed piece of my car for free. Absolutely free of charge. We'll pay for postage. I'll pay for I usually charge $30 to sign it. I'll write that off, and it'll all be yours. So what I was offered, I got 2 estimates to sell the car. 2 offers, 2 appraisals. And I haven't taken either one of them yet. How much did they offer me for my car? I'll give you the average of the 2 estimates I got. And they're pretty close to one another. Let's talk to Jim in Lancaster. Jim, you there?
Yes, sir.
Jimmy. How's it Lancaster? Cool down for you out there?
Past couple days it did, finally.
Nice. All right, what do you think they offered me for my car?
Oh, man. With the mileage and all that, I'm going to give you about 83.
8,300.
Yeah.
All right, 8,300. All right, we'll put you on hold. Jim, 8,300. Robert in Riverside, your guess, sir.
I'll have to say 7,995.
79.95. Oh, it sounds like you're in the used car game.
My parents.
Oh, they are? What a guess.
Yeah, they have been their whole life.
$79.95. Everything is always $9.95 in the used car game. Is that right?
It's to make it sound less expensive.
What do they own? Where do they work? Is it a yard they've had for a while?
No. Both of my parents have been in the car business their whole life.
Okay.
My mom's a finance director in Redlands.
Oh, nice.
And my father's a sales manager here in Riverside, the auto center.
Okay. All right. So hold on one sec, Robert. God, that guy has a leg up on everybody. His mom and dad have been in the used car game forever. So you're fighting against Robert in Riverside. That's tough. Dan in Camarillo, you're on KFI. Hey, bub.
Hey, okay. In good shape, it's worth between, I would say, about 8 and 10.
All right, give me your guess.
Okay, I'm thinking maybe about 7,500.
7,500. All right, that's Dan in Camarillo. Dave in Azusa. You're on the air.
Hello.
Hey, the loser.
Hello there.
You're not the loser in Azusa, are you? That's pretty rude, right?
No, I'm not the loser in Azusa.
All right. All right, Dave, what do you guess my 2007 Lincoln Navigator's worth? I got two estimates. What do you think the average is?
Is the duct tape still on it?
Yes. But wait a minute.
All right.
Wait a minute. Before you S all over my car, it's silver duct tape, and it almost matches the actual chrome on the car. I went top shelf with the tape.
All right. I'm saying 6,700.
All right, 6,700. Let me put you on hold. That's Dave, not the loser in Azusa. Steve and Marietta, you're on KFI. You there? Steve-O. Steve going once. Steve going twice. Sold. All right, Carla in Santa Ana, you're on KFI. How are you?
Hey, Timmy, I'm fine.
Look at you. A woman finally called in the program. All right.
Yeah, all these men. I'm retired from Ford Motor Company.
Oh, wow. What'd you do for Ford?
I worked in the credit department and also in the marketing and sales.
Okay, well, we've met.
This almost seems unfair.
Yeah, if you're in the credit department,
I know. Well,
if you're in collections, we've met.
No, I've been losing my vision for the last 24 years, so I had to get rid of my Ford Focus last year.
Kind of odd,
and
ironic.
I got my Ford Focus was a 2005, and I got $5,000 out of it.
Wow. Okay, so you have a leg up on everybody. You're like Robert. What do you think that I was offered for that car?
You know, I'm going to give an estimate of $6,640.
Oh, I see what you did with the radio station. 6,640.
You bet.
All right,
you bet.
Hold on one second. Gabriel, you're on KFI. How are you?
Good. How are you, Tim?
All right, Gabe. What do you got?
If this was the Price is Right, I'd go $1 because I think everybody's nuts. I think 5,000.
Wait, you're going to say 5,000?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, 5,000. All right, from Gabe in Chino. Philippe Fontana, you're on KFI. How are you, bub?
What's up, Tim?
Hey, now. What do you think I was offered for my car?
Did it have 20-inch spinner wheels?
It does not.
Oh, okay.
It's not that classy.
All right, I'm gonna go $64.99.
$64.99. Okay. All right. I get that. All right. Let me put you on hold there, bub, and go with Brian in Redondo Beach. Brian, you're on the air.
These are sounding a bit high to me. I even though this car has some sentimental value to you,
right.
I don't think they factor that into the offers.
They don't.
I'm going to go $3,130.
$3,130. All right. $3,130. Lewis in San Diego, you're the last one up here, bub. What do you think?
Hey, are these dealers? They offer you this money?
You know, one of them was one of them was a big company that buys used cars, and the other one I found off of Kelley Blue Book.
Oh, okay. So it's probably $2,590.
$2,590. Okay. All right. Let me put you on hold. When we come back, I'm going to tell you who won. Was it Jim, Robert, Dan, Dave, Steve? Who we got? No guess. There's no way he's going to win. Carla, Gabe, Philippe, Brian, or Lewis. I got 2 estimates for that car. 2007 Lincoln Navigator, 125,000 miles on it. Duct tape on the back. Air conditioning on the fritz. What did they offer me? When we come back, I will tell you.
I was going to say $4,000, but I'm not going to take a piece of crap piece.
Okay. All right. Well, you don't have to take a piece. I'll give you a piece of my new car, Crozier.
Hey, now.
Because a piece have already fallen off. It was my fault, though. It was my fault.
Oh, good.
I knocked a piece off. All right. We're live on KFI. We'll come back. I'll tell you what they offered me for my beautiful car that I raised my daughter in.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
All right, I'm probably going to get rid of my car, 2007 Lincoln Navigator. I bought a new car recently because I've had the other car for 18 years. It's falling apart. Air conditioning doesn't really work more than half the time. A lot of duct tape on the back, not a cool look. And has 125,000 miles on it, which is pretty low for an 18-year-old car, I guess. That's what somebody texted me. So we had Jim guessed 8,300. I got 2 estimates. I'm going to give you the average. Robert said 7,995. His parents are in the used car game. Dan, 7,500. Dave, 6,700. Steve gave no bid, which might actually be closer than anybody. 6,406. 6,640. 6,640 was Carla. Gabe, $5,000, man. That guy's great. $5,000. Doesn't F around. Gives you a hard, nice number. $5,000. Philippe, 6,499. Another guy probably in the used car game. And then Brian, 3,130. And then finally, Lewis at 2,590. Okay. All right, so here it is. I got 2 estimates for the car. One estimate was $600. The other estimate was $620 for an average of $610. That is it, kids. So Lewis wins. They wanted to give me $610 for that car. I put $800 worth of tires on it a year ago. And they one was for $620, the other was for $600. Now, here's the thing. Before I got those estimates, I went to breakfast with my daughter last Saturday. I drove her in that car. So I drove her to breakfast with her dad in a $600 car.
Jalopy.
My deductible on that car with my insurance company is $1,000. If that car was stolen, I would have to pay my insurance company $400. I would owe them $400 if it was stolen. I couldn't believe it. I flipped out. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, Jen, they offered us $610 for that car. You know what my wife said? Take it. Take it while it's still at $610. Take it.
It's only going down.
Yeah. $610. I was with a friend of mine, a racetrack friend of mine, about 3 months ago. And we were driving like two losers. We were driving from Santa Anita to Los Al. Right? We'd lost at Santa Anita. We were going to drive to Los Alamitos to lose even more money or, try to get even. And I said, I'm selling this car. And he said, what do you want for it? I said, what do you think they offered me? I bought it for $65,000 18 years ago. What do you think they offered? And he said, I don't know, $50,000. I'm like, wow, that's a guy that doesn't know anything about cars. He knows less about horses than he does about cars. Thought that car was worth $50,000. He goes, Tim, it's a really nice car. I said, yeah, I know, but it's worth $610. $610 $1 bills is what they're going to give me. $610 for that car. If I parted it out, I don't know, I could probably get $8,000 or $9,000 for it.
Oh, yeah.
Because, there's a lot of parts in that car that are still great. The seats, other than, the driver's seat, are all in great shape. The glove compartment's in great shape. It's clean inside. I keep the carpets really clean. I keep the exterior very clean. The mirrors are all intact. There's no chips on the windshield. There's one dent in the front, but I'd have to point it out to you. Now, I will say there's spray paint on the front fender because I found a spray paint that's exactly the same color, and I painted it myself.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. And you could sort of tell where I did that. But I guess that's why professionals paint cars. And guys who buy spray paint at the Home Depot don't, because that's what I did. But I couldn't believe that, man. $610 for that car. I was shocked.
You had done that. You had already sort of looked at the Blue Book value and all that stuff, I'm assuming, before you got those estimates, right?
Not really. You know, I'm sort of half-assed.
What were you kind of expecting?
I was expecting like $3,500 to $4,500.
All right.
And when one came back at $600, I'm like, wow, this guy's high. And then the other came back at $620. I'm like, oh, maybe this guy's onto something.
Maybe I'm high.
Yeah.
When you went in for the estimate, did you bring along the screwdriver that you used to start the car?
By the way, thanks for listening carefully to the show. It's a hammer.
Oh, hammer.
Yeah.
Duh.
Occasionally, this happened at Crozier's party. Crozier had a party a couple years ago. Sorry if you weren't invited. I was. Ding dong. But we were leaving the party, and Bellio had parked a couple blocks away because she couldn't find parking because Crozier's popular. And I said, oh, I'll take you to your car. And she goes, oh, that's nice. She's with her husband, John. And I said, hey, do me a favor. I said, I'm going to go into the car and tap the starter with this hammer. Will you turn the key? And I'm going to keep hitting it, keep turning the key, and we'll get one of those, those copper connectors will eventually kick in, and we could start this car up. And she said, Tim, I think it's time for a new car. And I said, what do you mean? She said, well, it takes 2 people to start yours for beginners. She couldn't believe I had a hammer in the car. She thought it was for protection. She goes, you carry this around for protection? I said, no, it's to start the car. You gotta cling on this. You gotta hit that starter. Bang, 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 bang. And it has one of 12 coils on it. Eventually, it'll kick into one of the coils that is still working, and it'll start that car right up. And she goes, well, when you go out with Jen, like you go to a concert, you go to dinner, whatever, who hammers the starter and who turns the key? And I'm like, okay, that's a good question. Neither. I mean, I go and do both because I'm a romantic guy. So I'll go in there and clang the starter and then come out and turn the key. No, it's not there. Bang, bang, bang. Hit the starter. No, it's not there. Bang, bang, bang. Hit the starter. Oh, there it is. That coil worked.
Jen's just sitting in the passenger seat looking at her phone.
Yeah. Can you stop making so much noise down there?
God, it's the fourth one. Always the fourth one.
$600 under the car at Los Alamitos after they close at 10 p.m. on a Saturday night, banging on that car with my hammer to try to start it. And Bellio said, Tim, you're doing afternoon drive on the most popular talk station in America. It's time for a new car. And you know what? She was right. When she put in those terms, she was right. I bought a new car. But I can't get rid of this thing, especially for $600. I can't do that. I got to keep it. All right, we're live. When we come back, I believe it's 6:20. We have a really cool deal for you at 6:20. We've got Dean Sharp coming in, and he's going to talk a little bit about earthquake and a little bit about fire hardening your home, how to protect it from fire, and the myth of sliding under a door jam when there's an earthquake. Does that work? I don't know. We'll find out at 6:20. It's Conway Show. We're live on KFI AM 640.
Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app. Now, you can always hear us live on KFI AM 640, 4 to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and anytime on demand on the iHeartRadio app.